This Minecraft SMP has a sword that shouldn't exist, all because it grants user enchants in a kit that hasn't banned, meaning whoever has the sword is the strongest player on the server, and because of this, everyone wants the sword, including me. But with the SMP just starting, I need to get geared up fast, so I could rush structures, as it was rumored that the sword was inside of one. So when I got to the caves, I prioritized diamonds for armor and gold for golden apples, then went to the surface and mined leaves for apples. After getting full diamond, I met up with my allies Flowey and Dizzy, and we divided up our gear. And that's when I found out that Flowey had the augmented helmet. Now, don't get me wrong, the helmet is strong, but the PvP mod we use basically makes it so anyone who eats a golden apple is prime flame frags, so it doesn't really matter that much. But with me now having the gear needed to fight, I decided to split off from Flowey and Dizzy, and began searching for structures, in hopes of finding the augmented sword. It wouldn't take long for me to find a structure, as I eventually came across a village, but little did I know that me looting this village would end up taking so many lives. The new village I haven't seen before. Oh! Oh, is he going after me? Hi. BC. After arriving at the village, I ran into two players, named Havoc and Lackey, and I quickly noticed that Havoc had the augmented sword. If I was to play the next few minutes perfectly, it was possible that I could obtain the sword right now. Now, although I significantly outskill both these players, in the current kit, a 2v1 is almost impossible, so I'd quickly have to figure out a solution. But that's when Havoc mentioned that this base was home to Oklahoma Ben, one of the strongest players on the SMP. If I could lure Ben to the fact that his base had rats in it, then there was a possibility I could convince him to help me fight the two players inside, and take the augmented sword before he noticed it was even Havoc's hands in the first place. But before I could even message Ben about the players inside his base, a player arrived at the village, and just so happened to be Ben. So with there being very little time before a fight would break out, I would just have to hope I can alliance with Ben, just for his fight.
Alright, Ben, are we down the work here for this? Alright. Alright. Wait, I'll get my horse, I'll chase. Yeah, no, don't. I'm here, sorry, oh sorry, Fi's running away. TNG, yeah, here we go. Oh, that's a dead. That's dead. Oh. For love of the game. Low-key, I'm just gonna run away now. I'm trying to get 2v1 after this, I'll be honest.
With Ben's teammate Riptide pulling up to the fight, I opted to run away, as together, they make the strongest PvP duo on the server. But with them killing Havoc and presumably obtaining the augmented sword, it was pretty clear to me that I would have to go get one of Minecraft's strongest PvP items if I wanted a chance at beating them. Now, you may be wondering what this item is, and well, dear viewer, let me introduce you to wind charges. These handsome white balls of air allow you to fly up into the sky, eat a golden apple for free. And to be honest, I'm low-key carried by them, so I set up to find a trial chamber in order to obtain some. After obtaining wind charges at the trial chamber, I started to hunt down Ben and Riptide for the augmented sword. But as it turns out, I wouldn't have to look for long, as I found Riptide's spawn all alone. So with there being a possibility that the sword was in Riptide's inventory, I knew killing him was my only option.
Fight back! You have another one, bro. You already know I set you out. Damn. You know I started listening to this. Damn. Unfortunately. Show me that fire, bro. I saw long going to PvP realm, bro. Where that? Oh! Yes, zombie. Third party. Sad. Hey, please, I can't drink. GG.
After killing Riptide, it was pretty clear that he didn't have the sword, so that meant that Ben was the holder of the augmented sword. So after figuring out this information, I called on my ally Flowley, and I went to go jump Ben. After chasing Ben for generations, he finally turned around and pulled out a dog army. So if I was going to get the sword, I'd have to try my absolute hardest to win. Ben had used an escape tunnel while literal scraps had gone away with the augmented sword in hand, but I'm not gonna let that stop me. I may not be the greatest fighter or the smartest player, but what I am is most determined. Most players would have given up by now, but that's what sets me apart from everyone else. Cause if I have to camp inside of Ben's base, all alone in order to obtain Minecraft's strongest sword, I will, cause I am our 10AP, Minecraft's most determined player. I officially obtained the strongest sword in all of Minecraft, and now there's only one thing left to do: conquer the Nether dimension.